Hi all, welcome to the channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Modz. Now today I'm going to show you something a bit different. I've just recorded a Terminator video, issue 24. Now what I thought I'd decide to do, should I say, is a lot of people have been asking how do I do my videos, how do I create them, how do I record them, and how do I edit them. So what I thought today is I'm going to give you a sort of a tutorial of how I do things. So I'm basically going to edit the Terminator issue 24 that we've just recorded and show you how I do it. Now I'm not going to give you all the boring lengthy stuff. I will speed some of it up just so that you don't get bored of putting this in there, putting that in there, getting that. So that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you get an insight into how YouTube videos are created by me, and hopefully it might encourage you to do your own videos for YouTube. But let's get started. First thing is, how do I record? Now I use something called OBS Studio. So let's just open that up. Okay, so this is OBS Studio. Now in this I can record down here, so you can click start recording, but also here I have the cameras that I use. So if I go to the close-up camera, there's the close-up camera. If I go to the build camera, there's the build camera. But the issue I have with the build camera, when I turn my overhead light on and I put my arm in, it looks like I've been on holiday for a month and I've got a nice tan. So what I'm going to show you is how I adjust that. So if I go to this little sort of cog down here under build and I go to properties, I can then click configure video and I can actually turn off the automatic white balance. Now have you seen how much of a difference that's made? And then I can adjust it if I want to do a better colour or better camera. So I apply them settings, okay, and now if you look at my hand, it's a lot better. The mat is a lot greener as well. So that's one thing I am very cautious of when I do it. Now the difference when I turn off the light, it looks like it goes a bluish colour. So that is how I do the build cam. Now the close-up camera, which is this one, it's just a little camera set, but if I put my hand underneath that, there you can see the build camera. And this is how, when I'm recording, I can just quickly switch between cameras, so I can give you the best possible view that you can have. And that's really it for OBS Studio. Basically you just hit start recording and then you'll see the recording will start basically. So as I always start my face camera when I'm introducing today's video, then I go to the main build camera and then also the close-up camera. So that is OBS Studio. Now when OBS Studio is done, if I go down to my files and I go to videos, here are the 3 videos that we did today for the Terminator. This one here is just a video you've just seen of the intro, so this will be on here. But these 3, so that's the beginning, that's the build, and that's the end of the video. So they automatically go into your video settings. Okay, so if we come out of that, now the program I use for editing is Cyberlink Power Director. So let's click on Cyberlink Power Director. Accept and continue because it had an update yesterday. And this is quite reasonably priced software. I did buy a year's license for it. Now on Cyberlink Power Director, you can actually record using this program. But the problem I have is if you see some of my early videos, the lines on my cutting mat, there we go, they jump all around when doing it. So that's why I started using OBS software instead. Also, if I wanted to go to close-up camera, I would have to stop the recording and then switch camera and then restart the recording again. But like I said, in OBS I can just switch quite easily, but if you wanted to record, I'd just hit that little red thing there and that would come up. So if I go back into edit, okay, what I need to do now is I need to bring in them files. So if I click File, Import, Media Files, okay, and then I click on Videos, what I'm going to do is just going to select them 3 videos and I'm going to open them. And then them 3 videos appear in here like so. But also there's other bits that I need to record, need to bring in. So if I import media again, so media files, if I then click on my channel folder and then I click on videos, here are all my intros and ending where I ask people to subscribe. So I click on that, open, and that's now appeared there. I go back, import media files, I choose the Terminator and I import that there. Now obviously I also have instructions that I have put in. So if I go back into import, but this time choose media folder, I click on channel up there and I choose instructions snipped, Terminator, and we've got issue 24. I select that folder and there you can see all the instructions have come in like so. And now I'm ready to edit the video, and this is where the fun starts, because there's bits to take out, bits to put in, but I'll show you how that happens, and that's all going to happen down here. So there we go. So I'm just going to pause this recording for now while I get set up to edit. Okay, so now it's time to edit. So what I first need to do is I need to get the first video, which is the introduction, and I need to bring it down and drag it down to this box here. And then up here we have a little preview window of the video. So what I do is I will play the video. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will stop it there. Then I will go to the edge where this little yellow box is and I will press the button on the mouse and slide that across, and then I will just click remove, like so. Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Modz. So once I've done that, I'll go near to the end of the clip. Oh, let's get modelling. And I know that's my ending because that's what I said before we start building. I'll just take off that bit there, like so. Okay, so the next bit I need to do is I need to bring down the video for the Terminator, which is this one here. And again, we're just going to bring it down and meet it up until that line that's currently red is blue. And that's now in there. So the next thing we have to do is next get the main build video, which is this one here. And we need to bring that in, and as you can tell, that is the build. Now when I put a video into this timeline, it'll put up a green tick, so it is being used. So next I need to edit the beginning because I always count myself in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause it again. And I'm just going to get this little yellow thing again. Now I want to bring it up until I bring it up and that left line goes blue, and remove it. So it needs to go blue and not red, because if it goes red then it means that I've gone into the intro on this bit here. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to start going through the video. Okay, so let's get on with this issue. Now we've been sent this part in this issue. So sometimes I'll click a bit more forward. What we need to do is we need to bring over these 2 parts here because we're going to make like another ball joint. Okay, so I'm going to pause it there because now I want to bring down an instruction. So as you can see up here, I've got my instructions. So I'm going to bring that down and drag that down to here. Now when that appears on the screen over here, it's quite large, so I'm going to reduce it down, and then I'm just going to nice and neatly put it in that corner. So what I'll do now,
so
I will fast forward
the hand
till that bit.
So then what we need to do is we need to make sure that's nice and tight, because I don't want this coming apart.
So I'm just waiting for the end of this part.
So
now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add what I call a timeline marker. Now these will come in handy in a bit, and I'll show you why. So I'm going to add that timeline marker. I'm not going to put a note on it, and then what happens next is you'll see.
We need to bring over the hand, and we're just going to be simple.
So if you see here, there is now a blue sort of box, and now you can actually that's where the timeline marker is. So
putting this in to this hole here.
So again, I need to bring down another instruction. So I'll bring down that other instruction, minimise it a bit to the left, and there we go.
Okay, but we need to screw it in, and this time we're using a KB.
Right, so now I'm going to actually not add a timeline marker, and I need to bring down the next instruction, just like so. And again, we're going to minimise it, we're going to put it into the left corner, and then we're going to carry on.
2 times 6 millimeters.
So I'm going to fast forward a bit.
In which it is, and then we're just going to screw.
Keep going.
This one, because it has a flat top head on it, so it basically it's now nice and flush.
So again, I'm going to add another timeline marker. So add timeline marker. Okay. So I've now added another one of them
On that part there.
Okay.
Okay, so now we've done that, we need to bring over this part here.
Okay, so I've done that now. I need to bring over the next instruction and bring that down. Again, I'm going to reduce it like so, maybe a bit smaller so it doesn't interrupt with the video, and then I'm going to bob that on.
Because we're going to be connecting this part of the arm to the hand. So the first thing it wants us to do is this larger bit here wants to be going over this large ball joint.
So I'm just going to fast forward again
to make sure there isn't a certain way that this has.
Keep going.
Okay, so that's now on.
Okay, so now I've done that, I'm going to add another timeline marker. So add timeline marker, and we're going to continue.
Now it does say we need to connect up these little arms as well.
Okay, so I need to bring down the next instruction. So bringing that down. And what I need to do is I just need to minimise it. Now this one's going to be on for quite a while because it is actually also the instruction for the tendons, I think it is. Them little springy things. So this one's going to be on for a while. So I can
let's get that.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the next part we're doing is probably the fiddliest part of it all.
Right, so I know I need to go back here.
And bob that through the whole line.
So now I've done that, I'm going to add another timeline marker. Now you will see why I'm doing all these timeline markers.
Okay. So the next part we're doing is probably the fiddliest part.
Now I know we had a close-up here, so I'm going to go past this close-up picture here.
Okay. And then I'm going to get a pair of tweezers.
Right, so this time I need to bring down this picture here, which is the instructions for gluing the small bits on. And again, I'm just going to play that.
To hold it. And then I'm going to dip the end in the glue.
Right, so again I'm going to add another timeline marker. So that one.
And then bob it onto the spring.
And then I'm going to bring down the next instruction. Oh, excuse me, which is this one here.
Hopefully the spring.
Right, so what did I make a mistake then? What I didn't do is I didn't highlight that thing and I didn't minimise it, so I need to minimise it. I'm just going to check I did the other one. Yes, I did do the other one. So I've minimised that. So I'm just going to go along the timeline more. And I'm just going to fast forward.
Just on my chair. Was about 2 minutes of building.
When I do these tendons.
So we have more look. Let's try. Won't sound too bad. Okay, so we get this last piece.
So I still need to keep going.
Okay.
Now the reason I do this is so I don't have to watch the entire video. Basically, I can edit faster this way, but I also can remember where I am in the video that I've just done, because I do have a pretty good memory. So I'm just going to keep going until I've completed this stage.
And then attach them. Yes. We've got some holes here.
Right, so I know now here.
Right, and that's the last one on.
Okay, so I got to the end of that stage and I'm going to add a timeline marker. And I'm just going to add that timeline marker there. And then go to the next step.
We need to then attach them. If you can see this, we've got some holes here.
And now I'm going to put the last instruction in, which is gluing the bits down. Now, because I know I'm going to be near the end of the video, I'm just going to more or less skip a little bit to the end.
And that is the finished.
So I'm just looking to where it ends.
I don't want these ever coming off.
Now I know I'm getting near the end because I remember this bit.
So that's the last one in place.
And I'm just going to pause it there. Add a timeline marker. Just going to check the ending of this video.
And that is the finished issue for issue 24. And that is starting to look like an arm. Wow. So yeah, I'm very, very, very impressed with that. That looks absolutely amazing. Absolutely fantastic. And that is all we have to do in this issue.
Right, so I know that's my ending. I'm going to knock that bit off the end because it's just where I stopped the camera. So I'm going to remove that. Now, these timeline markers. If you notice in my videos, I have the instructions up until the stage finishes. So where the stage is finished, I put a timeline marker. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stretch the video across. Now if there's no timeline marker, I know that I need to stretch it to the next instruction picture. But there it is, a timeline marker. So all I'm doing is I'm just selecting that bit and then just dragging it across there, and that will keep that part in the video. So again, just dragging across. Next one. This was quite a long one. I think this is where we put the bits on the end of the tendon springs. And then the last one here, like so. Okay, so we've now edited the build video. I now need to bring the ending down here, and that's going to bring the ending in. And now I need to edit this as well. So let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And there we go again. So we're going to remove that.
That one, it was quite a little.
But on this one, I'm going to go to the end because I don't need to hear it all. So.
Always, guys. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye.
And now I'm just going to take off that ending, so I get that yellow box again. Click it, go right to the end, and remove. And then the last bit I need to bring in is this bit here, which is my ending video, and that's just going to go on the end like so. Okay, so next is producing time. So I'm going to go up to here and click produce. Okay, so now it's going to ask me how I want to produce it. Now, do I want to make it into an AVI file, MPEG-2 file, Windows Media? But what I want to do is I want to click online to YouTube. Now, while that's coming up, I want then to go. This is why, because when you click onto online, it sometimes is not very happy with you. So I want to go into my files, I want to go into channel, and then I want to click a file called copy and paste sentences. Okay, now right at the top I've got my first sentence, which is build the Terminator issue. I'm going to copy that, then I'm going to go back to the thing, highlight that, delete it, and then I'm going to paste. Then all I have to do at the thing is go 24. I'm going to highlight that again, and I'm going to paste, and I'm going to put 24. Now what I do is I put in what is in the instructions, what we're doing. So it says connect the right hand to the right arm. Okay, now I've done that, what I next need to do is I need to put the descriptions in. So I go back to my Word document, and down here I've got all this information. So I've got there, you can get this, and that's the thing for Agora models. There's my Amazon wish list, there's the details for my Facebook page, there's my details for Instagram, and there's the details for Twitter. And again, I'm just going to copy, go back to the video, and I'm just going to paste them in like so. And now all that description is in there. I don't have to type it out every time. So the next I need to do the tags, and again I go back to my Word document, and all these are the tags for the Terminator. So again, highlight, copy, Power Director, get rid of that, and then I'm going to paste. Okay, so the next thing he wants me to do, he wants to tell me what category should this go into, and it's always the category how to and style, which is down the bottom. So I'm going to click on that. The next thing I need to do is it needs to be produced and needs to go up, so I'm going to press the start button. But every time I do that, I have to give Cyberlink permission to upload to my YouTube. So I'm going to go authorise, then it's going to ask me which account I want to authorise it to, so I'm going to authorise it to Max Modz, and then I'm going to go down there and I'm going to say allow. And as you can see now, it's producing the movie. So it has to produce it before it can upload it. So as you can see, we've got our timeline marker here, and then we've got the percentage of what it's on up here. And when this has produced, I will then be able to upload it. It'll automatically upload it to YouTube for me. And then when it's finished, it will then say produce to YouTube, and then all I have to do is go to the top button here, get rid of it. It'll say do you want to make any changes, which I click on no, and that is how I edit videos. Now once it's on YouTube, I then have to change the thumbnail. So once this has been uploaded, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video now, and then I'm going to record once it's up on YouTube what happens next. So but that is how I use Power Director. Okay, so the video has now uploaded to YouTube, so I will show you what I do next. So I'm now going to get rid of this. Don't want to save any changes. I'm just going to minimise that, and I'm going to minimise that. I'm going to go to the internet. I'm going to click on my YouTube. Just let it load up. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is, I don't like this picture, I want it to be like these, so I'm going to go to Customise Channel, and then I'm going to go up here to Video Manager. Now what comes up is all my videos and I can edit them. So I'm going to click on this pen icon, and here we have the details of the video. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into its playlist, which is Build the Terminator. Click Done. And then what I want to do is I want to upload it to you, a new thumbnail. So I'm going to click Upload Thumbnail, and then I'm going to click Terminator on here, and there it has. It's put that picture in there, and then I'm basically just going up to save the changes. So once that's saved, now the thumbnail doesn't appear straight away, because if I show you when I go back to channel videos, it's changed here, but if I go to Mark's Modz again, it's still there, because it does take a while for YouTube to change the thumbnail of the picture for the video. So that is what I do when I record, edit, upload and finish off the videos for you people. And I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial of how I do things. I've quite enjoyed sharing my ways with you. Yes, it can be a bit labour intensive, but I love doing the videos. I love the editing and all the bits that go with it, and I just think it nicely polishes things off. But thank you all for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and please hit the like button, and also please hit the notification bell and be notified of any future videos. But as for now, bye for now guys, bye.